Good morning and welcome to the Northland News. I'm Jessica Peters.
And I'm Brittany Probst. Today on the Northland News, we discuss volleyball, a study abroad fundraiser, and events on campus. But first, Jessica covered People to People International's first event.
Oh wait, it's not recording!
All student clubs and organizations on Park campus are ramping up now and competing for students' attention. But with so many clubs to choose from, Park's People to People International shamelessly promoted free ice cream on Friday in hopes to bring in students.
We haven't had a PTPI event this year yet, so this is kind of our first big thing, kind of to get people in here to knowing what PTPI is, kind of roping them in and then kind of saying, hey, well, you're here, here's some ice cream, here's PTPI.
I spoke with PTPI's president, and she explained the organization and what they do on campus.
We basically are a student organization, and we do different community events. Different events to like serve the community and serve the student body. So things like, for example, is we made cards during the holiday season for hospital patients in the community.
And as the ice cream decreased, their sign-up sheet increased with students who would have otherwise walked by.
On my way back to my dorm from the international student meeting, and then there was a lady, she asked me if I wanted some free ice cream, and yeah, of course I did. So I got this nice bowl.
And if you missed Friday's ice cream social, you can still get involved. All you have to do is email Don Hyatt at park.edu. Reporting for the Northland News, I'm Jessica Peters. Park University is holding its annual Constitution Day lecture tonight in the McCoy Meeting House. Although National Constitution Day is on Monday, Park will be recognizing it tonight with a lecture by Stanford professor Stanley Katz. The lecture, Gun Barrel Democracy, will begin at 7. Katz will discuss democratic constitutionalism following military occupation, and the lecture is open to all Park University students.
Park has over 650 international students from 100 different countries. Park's Culture Hour gave students a chance to communicate their unique culture with other students. They spoke about style diversity in different countries. One student spoke about how they had to wear uniforms in Africa because the schools wanted everyone to be on the same level. Culture Hour allowed international students an opportunity to relate to each other. Student Life is making efforts to keep students entertained this year. For the first 50 days of school, there will be an event held each day. From sporting events to off-campus activities, there should never be a dull moment. This week's events include a Constitution Day speaker tonight at 7 in the Meeting House, a trip to the zoo on Friday, and a bus traveling to the Zona Rosa Arts Fair on Sunday. For a complete schedule, stop by the Student Life office.
With this summer's drought, it's hard to remember that this time last year, English Landing Park was underwater. English Landing is Parkville's premier park. Cherish Interlay reports.
Parkville, Missouri boasts 2 local gyms alongside 9 Highway. Historic Park University sits on the north side, and English Landing Park is next to the Missouri River on the south side. Last year, the Missouri continued to raise levels up until the entire 68-acre park was under the water. Despite running alongside of the river, this was the first time the park had suffered this kind of flooding since 1993. The flood of '93 devastated local businesses, the park, and the surrounding community. Last year, the park suffered the same fate. English Landing serves the entire Parkville community by providing a family-friendly outdoor oasis. The park is home to 3 playgrounds, a basketball court, soccer fields, a baseball diamond, ample acreage for frisbee golf, and scenic riverside trails. The several shelter areas throughout the park are used for the park's events as well as by local families and churches.
English Landing Park has already resumed its regular yearly events, including a pet parade last weekend where local dog owners came out to enjoy the grounds with fellow dog lovers. Park University is teaming up with Kay Barnes. Together they will be starting a new leadership academy at the university. Barnes, former mayor of Kansas City, founded the Park Center for Leadership. Don Wise of the Hopman School will join Barnes as professor of the program. KCLA focuses on developing leadership skills to serve the community. For more information on the academy starting September 20th, go to park.edu/CFLA.
Last week, Park University's Study Abroad program held a fundraiser at Buffalo Wild Wings. Proceeds benefit students going to Jamaica October 13th through the 21st. Students will be staying in the small village of Petersville. They will be tutoring locals, teaching computer skills, and more. 10% of the food sales went to the program. $29 were raised, but if you missed this one, make sure to head up there Monday, October 1st. Parents, be aware. Parkville issued another possible predator alert last Thursday. A Parkville South student was harassed while waiting for the bus. She did not know him, but it was clear that the man had been watching her in the past. Be on the lookout for a white man with shaggy brown hair in his 20s. He was driving a silver four-door car. The Kansas City Police Department is looking into it. Parents, please remember to warn your children of the danger of strangers. In sports, women's volleyball is in full swing with one more home game before a 6-game road trip. The Park University Lady Pirates defeated the Harris-Stowe Hornets in 3 sets last night in the Brecken Sports Center. The final scores were 25-15, 25-6, and 25-11. Lauren Purdy led in kills with 12, followed by Patricia Salza with 6, and Pamela Lima and Daniel Peacock each with 4. The Pirates are now 11-5 on the season. Middle hitter Lauren Purdy tells us about the ups and downs of their season so far.
We're a little up and down, but we're working on a lot of things. We had a little rough weekend, so we wanted to come out of the weekend, kind of push through and get a little momentum going into the Columbia match on Thursday. Through making sure everyone's healthy. So we're trying to do a lot of competitive stuff in practice and also make a lot of skill work so everything is taken care of. I see it going well. If we can push through the tough matches coming up and we can maybe get in the rankings, that will give us a little momentum and a little confidence. So.
They will be back in action tomorrow night at 7 p.m., where they will be taking on Columbia University in the Brecken Sports Center. Reporting for the Northland News, this is Brittany Probst.
Thank you for watching the Northland News.
Be sure to join us next week for an all-new edition.